Moto 2 is underway. Luti actually also from the second row there from Fabio De Gianantonio. Tom Luti, it is though, that's going to get the whole shot, I think.
This corner up on the speed. I was not sure if it was De Gianantonio or Alex Marquez. There was definite contact. The dream start though for Luti.
Baldassarri, and Gardner's just taken. He clipped the back there of Lorenzo Baldassarri.
Hooray. And instantly involved Alex Marquez as well. There's no damage to his motorcycle. A little bit hot at turn 10. There's been one issue for Tom Luti this year,
but he keeps it in check for now. As we head downhill through these magnificent fellow rookie Bastianini in 5th.
Yeah, Luci and Fernandez have already got a bit of daylight between them. So a second through the way through then on the Italian Bastianini. Navarro 7th, Chavier 8th place already. Corsi's had a good...
So, at the front of this one then, there is Brad Binder trying to make progress. He's into the top 10.
DNF in his last 5 for Corsi. He's been picked.
Many people believe this young man, Jorge Navarro, if he can get into a rhythm, has the pace to his Brad Binder. And there is Lorenzo Baldassarri, who of course got caught up with that incident, Remy Gardner. Let's take...
Yeah, he's had a bit of early drama himself, and he's got through quickly on De Gianantonio and Lowe's. He can't...
So Baldassarri could do with a favour here from his teammate August, taking points off his championship rival Luti. There is Marquez, then up into 3rd. What can he do?
Not sure what's happened to Ika Lecuona, but he's nearly ace on in practice, all 3 practice sessions.
Ika Lecuona obviously not too happy with things at the moment. There's work to do over there. Pit bar's
got to claw back a deficit of almost 1.6 seconds. So 1:43.871, 4:10 he was quicker last time.
Lowe's has been picked off by Bastianini. Navarro's come...
Yeah, well, Sam Lowe's last time around was the only man in the top 8. So Sam Lowe's was about a second off of where he needed to be on that last...
into it before he could get into his pace, but he's already dropping down the order. A confirmation of it
says you've got to try and claw back. How much have you got to use those tyres to try and claw back the deficit for Tom Luti into turn number 10? There was no way through, but
he's up his Dynavolt intact machine. Quick word on Jonas. He's struggling a bit. He's obviously not been in race trim now for a couple of years, so he's second from the end. Of course, he's Yamaha's MotoGP test rider, but in competition of Moto 2, he hasn't been a Moto 2 rider, of course, since 20. Has now picked off Sam Lowe's as well. Down the hill into turn number 5. Now the key here for Fernandez will be turn 8. Turn Luti again, just struggling, isn't he, to get that bike turned in, and this time he sits him up. That was a twist for her.
Well, he's just got more confidence with that fuel load at this stage of the race. All done now. Alex Marquez is starting to look really, really strong. Really, really right down, and Marquez as well has dragged Fabio Luti. Yeah, we've seen this before, but once he does get the bike come to him, Navarro really is back of Augusto Fernandez, the race leader.
I honestly think
right now and dropping through the pack. He's been picked off now by Xavi Vierge, bloody ahead of him, comfortably doing 1:44. So didn't he, Steve? Good start, and then he got sort of went onward with Sam Lowe's, just sort of hit the buffers really.
Now look at Alex Marquez. He is tucked right onto the tail unit there of Augusto Fernandez. We have a...
Alex Marquez, when he hit the front in the Marne through turn 4, 7th time of asking, will drop down into the turn 5. And Marquez now right there, bit of a trying to get close to Luti through turns 8 and 9 to lost 4.6 kilometre circuit. Luti, it's been on that front end going into turn 10. Oh, somebody's down there. Sorry, Simon, somebody's gone down at turn... I think it might be Lorenzo Baldassarri, you know.
Wow,
it is.
It is. The championship leader is down. Anymore, regardless of what happens here today.
Look at the hedge.
If Tom Luti is not informed on his pit board that Lorenzo Baldassarri's out of this one, it's the DNS.
That's not consistency
that
anyway.
Cost you world champion.
To Gardner's box to ask what happened. That Remy is really mad because he said...
Hey, you know, under the collar, I don't think Remy was totally to blame, doesn't the other, but yeah.
Find a way up the inside of Enea Bastianini into the first corner. Former race winners in the Moto 3 World Championship here at the circuit, the Barcelona. All season long have demonstrated and shown great late race speed. They can nurse.
He's learning stacks, and now he's coming up behind Augusto Fernandez.
Well, he put up an absolutely stunning fight back, didn't he, last time? Buzzing fight back to 10th place, his first top 10. 20-year-old who's now piling the pressure on Augusto Fernandez.
Gap just coming down. So surely have been made aware that Baldassarri's out as Maori in the World Championship. There's Baldassarri's teammate Fernandez. He's
championship. He's got a new Fernandez. He has his leaves is breaking that fraction later. The speed up's great second half of the race, and De Gianantonio
a little bit more ruthlessness to his game, and it does look like Alex.
I've heard Alex Marquez speak this year, Steve. He's been asked about, what are your thoughts about the race, Alex?
Managed to eke out a bit more of an advantage at the front of this. Baldassarri It's going to be...
He was easily reeling in Sam Lowes. He didn't need to be pushing that hard into turn number 10. It's easy on Lucci and Alex Marquez, but far too many mistakes. The problem is staying on board.
Here is fabulous Antonio there, and in place, or at least beyond the podium. He's going to have to start lapping a touch not careful. He's 2.5 seconds down on the race leader at the moment. There's Bastianini in 6th.
The stage of the race is struggling. He dropped into the 145s last time around for the first time. So he's just struggling to hang into that podium battle. Was that Navarro down? I think Jorge Navarro has gone the speed-ups. Oh, dearie me, what a nightmare for the Fabio de Gian Antonio. Caught out. How many riders get caught out? Last year, turn 10 here in Barcelona was the...
It's not a surprise based on the Moto3 race we were just covering a moment ago. It's getting close here in the Valentinos, trying to find a way through so that...
Now Navarro just swarming all over Fernandez. Not quite able to get close enough. Turn 10 will be his next great off that front end, going into that tricky 5th corner.
I was behind trying to come back, but I lost the stage, and so this happens.
He thought about a move up the inside the first corner. Lutti just keeps him at bay for now. Stefano Manzanese, the tone of his voice there. Blimey, you can seriously detect some. Now looking back at Alex Marquez.
Jorge Navarro can't find... He was down in the 144, the late 144s. It's so costly at the moment on Fernandez in the next lap or two. Otherwise, his chances of joining these two will be blown.
He had no wins in 25 before. Le Mans, that's getting a little bit tight
for the pair of them.
Yeah, Lutti's struggling to get that. Is braking as late as he possibly can. Every time he comes Lutti, but he knows that Alex Marquez is right there. And what he does know is Alex Marquez in the last 2 Grand Prix, once he's hit the front, nobody's been...
They're side by side, heading down the start, finish straight and surely now. Braking just in check. Oh, he's late into turn 1. Navarro's got past Augusto Fernandez at long last.
It's lead 2. It's the shootout, the showdown race.
Lutti into Assen as things stand. Has Lutti got anything?
Miguel Oliveira was the last man in 2017 to win 3 Moto2 races. He was a Mark BDS man back in 2014.
Unbelievably, since Navarro's got past Augusto Fernandez, just entered the pits as the end of his race. What a shame for the Italian rookie. So, Alex...
Well, yeah, if there's going to be back-to-back wins for speed up here in Barcelona, well, that job leads the way from Lutti.
It would be a tall order for Jorge Navarro to pull this one back, but you just never know. Effectively, just ahead of Luca Marini. Sam Lowes is then in 9th, and Tetsuta Nakashima.
KTM in 11th place. The woes continue for the Austrian factory. We're here from pit bar.
Worse for Binder. He's just gone to 12th because Locatelli's through on him now as well. 8 laps to go. The gap at Navarro still, what, 2.5 seconds down, so he's not made that much headway on this lap.
He'll do the maths, he'll work out the equations, and then he'll work out the risk over reward ratio. Go with Alex Marquez. How much does he take? What? Alex Marquez today's the better man. I need to take those.
The favourite all of a sudden.
This is the battle for 6th place, ensuing between Trotter, Vierge and Luca Marini. As you can see behind this trio now as well, Sam Lowes.
To about 20th place, but all the moves are made at the start, that's for sure.
Top 4 have been a
one up, Tom Lutti. Of course, traditionally speaking, Matt, you're absolutely right. He's always gone for consistency, but traditionally speaking, Lutti's not won the World Championship. So
you never know, Alex Marquez could buckle, he could crack. He showed no signs of that when Lutti's left foot was off the foot peg there.
He's definite, like you mentioned. The last couple of races, Alex Marquez has looked full in his copybook at the moment. This is the battle that rages on. Luca Marini actually the faster of.
And there's may well have done for his victory. 2.6 seconds behind Alex Marquez. He's going to need to dig deep and find something super special, Navarro, to get himself into that victorious for speed up. It looks like the hat-trick of wins here.
Back's being waved here by Tom Lutti.
Either that or he's made a mistake somewhere. He lost 0.6 of a second.